He picked up the machine gun and rushed into the dormitory. Then he aimed it at his comrades, but his comrades were not afraid. Instead, they laughed at him for not daring to shoot. One teammate grabbed the muzzle of the gun with his hand, then he slapped the fat man in the face. He said, "If you have the guts, shoot. If you don't have the guts, get out." The reason why the teammates dared to be so arrogant was because they were sure that the fat man who had been bullied by them for several years would not dare to shoot. As they expected, the fat man did not shoot. He turned around and left with a machine gun in his hand. When several people returned to their seats, a grenade with the safety pulled out appeared at their feet. With the explosion, 3 teammates who laughed at him were killed on the spot. 900 days of oppression and humiliation made him determined to kill all those who laughed at and bullied him. Soon he met the first unlucky guy. A soldier ran out to check the situation. The fat man beat him into a sieve. Then the fat man opened the door of each dormitory and shot the sleeping comrades one by one. He vented his anger crazily. All the comrades who had bullied him were killed by his gun. At this time, the fat man had only one idea in his mind. That was to find Sergeant Ma, who bullied him the most. The soldiers in the dormitory next door heard the gunshots and huddled at the head of the bed. They were trembling with fear. In order to confirm what happened outside, they mustered up the courage to try to find out. But as soon as they opened the door, they saw the fat man holding a machine gun and standing at the door. Everyone was shocked by the fat man's behavior. They couldn't believe that a coward turned into a butcher. The fat man only asked if Sergeant Ma was in the dormitory. Everyone quickly said no. Hearing this, the fat man pulled the trigger angrily. After killing all his teammates, he came to the toilet with a machine gun because he had searched the entire building, but only this toilet. He was sure that Sergeant Ma must be hiding in it. He searched every room carefully. Just when he opened the last door, Sergeant Ma suddenly rushed out and knocked the fat man to the ground. The fat man immediately picked up the gun on the ground and shot Captain Ma in the calf. Looking at this enemy who had bullied him, the fat man wanted to cut him into pieces. Seeing the fat man coming towards him, Captain Ma was so scared that he kept begging for mercy. He begged the fat man to give him a chance, but the fat man was not soft-hearted. He pulled the trigger without hesitation, but he didn't expect that the bullets in the gun were all used up, so he picked up the butt of the gun and smashed it hard at Captain Ma. 900 days of humiliation and oppression finally got a release at this moment. He released his inner anger to the fullest. He didn't put down his weapon until Captain Ma didn't move. At this time, the special forces had also arrived, but the fat man did not resist. Instead, he raised his hands in surrender. He did not regret his behavior because he wanted these people to understand the consequences of bullying honest people. In the end, he was sentenced to death and was punished by law.